What's going on about this Afro think tank? American, European racism and culture and violence is in a league of its own. White American violence towards black people is most definitely on a league of its own, in its own category. It's in its own space in history. And black people, we are the heroes in the story. We are the superheroes in this story. The story of America is the story of African triumph over evil. The story of America is Africans being enslaved, being treated like less than nothing, and becoming everything. We have the ultimate rag to riches story. We have the ultimate coming of age story. We have the ultimate defeating evil story. We are the rebels on the Death Star. America is the Death Star. We're the rebels on the Death Star. So I just want to make a video to emphasize that, because history right now is being told. History is spilling out all over the world, and people are finally figuring out what America really is. Because when they think about America, they're thinking about Africans. When they think about American culture, they're thinking about Africans. When they think about anything good about America, they're thinking about Africans and their ability to create culture out of nothing with the remnants of the culture that was stolen from them. Imagine that. We took bits and pieces and fragments of our traditional cultures and we squeezed that together like coal turned into a diamond and created the most influential culture in the world that to this day is second to none. Despite all the institutions and systems going against us, we, like the superheroes that we are, and like the superheroes that were inspired by our stories, we are in fact that dude and that gal. You understand? So all black people, just to be black, you should be proud. You should be proud of who you are, where you come from, what your ancestors have done. And you should never let any group of people who sit on the shoulders of your ancestors, who sit on the shoulders of your people, to ever talk down or look down or punch down upon you. Anyway, you tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
The greatest lie America ever told wasn't freedom, it was innocence. There is an asymmetry in the histories of brutality between different peoples and cultures, and America's legacy of white violence stands in a category of its own. Most human beings struggle to brutalize other people. That instinct is called humanity. But here, cruelty became custom. It was here that Black bodies were whipped, tortured, branded, and sold. It was here that Black women and men were raped, oftentimes in front of their own families. It was here that our skin was used for leather and our hair used to stuff furniture. It was here that the country's first president took teeth from enslaved Black people to make dentures for himself. It was here that lynchings became public spectacles, families gathering to watch Black people hang, swing, and die. And even murder wasn't enough. Bones were broken, eyes gouged out, genitals mutilated. Entire Black towns were burned to the ground out of white jealousy, resentment, and fear. Healthy Black men were intentionally infected with syphilis for experimentation. Black women were sterilized against their will. And generation after generation of white children were taught that calling Black children the N-word and harassing them was normal, a lesson many carried into adulthood, boardrooms, classrooms, politics, policing, and beyond. What you have not seen is the reverse. No Black mobs burning white towns. No centuries-long system of terror targeting white bodies. No medical apartheid inflicted on white communities. No organized campaign of revenge. We have spent centuries fighting people willing to descend into depths of cruelty we refused to mirror. That is the true asymmetry. So we should not be shocked by what we are seeing today. History already told us exactly who and what we are battling. The mistake is not recognizing it clearly enough and acting accordingly.
Folks come back with, oh, all lives matter. But see, white America has a long history of saying all and not meaning it. We said all men are created equal, endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights, among these life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But that was Thomas Jefferson writing at a time when he owned about 300 other human beings. So he didn't mean it. And then in the 1880s, when we have the Pledge of Allegiance, which was then updated several times in the 20s and finally in the 1950s, the last line of the pledge says what? With liberty and justice for all. There's that word again, all. But we didn't mean it in the 1880s. We didn't mean it in the 1920s. We surely didn't mean it in the 1950s. So until we actually start including black folks in all, which we've never done, we're just going to have to get used to black folks reminding us that they're part of it.
As a white woman living in the South, one of my favorite things about living in proximity to Black Americans is how loud they get when they're happy, and their joy just fills the room. Like, it just energetically, cosmically, emotionally just fills the space. And I love it so much because it's like, yes, like, please take up space. Please own the room. And it just, for so long, you were deprived your humanity and your ability to just like exist. So when I get to witness Black Americans happy and just enjoying something together, it brings me so much joy. I love it. I love it so much.
Black Americans are the most influential cultural group in the world, and it isn't close. Do you know how insane it is that Lamine Yamal, currently the best football soccer player in the world, is having LeBron James in his profile picture? The context right now is his team is down and out, and he's using LeBron's 3-1 comeback as the image of a comeback when there's tons of iconic comebacks in his own sport. Lamine Yamal plays in a way bigger sport, would be recognized by more people around the world, yet he still looks up to LeBron because that's just the impact that Black Americans have in Western culture in general. All Europeans, all people that live in the West look to America for their culture, and American culture is driven by who primarily? Black Americans, whether it's in media, whether it's in sports, whether it's internet culture, whether it's literally the way you speak. AAVE, almost every single bit of modern slang is derived from there. Their influence is absolutely nuts, and they don't get enough credit for it.
Did you know that African Americans are the only ethnic group in America who lost their entire cultural identity, yet created the most influential culture in the world? When Chinese Americans immigrate, they keep speaking Mandarin, wave the Chinese flag, and cook traditional dim sum and Peking duck. Italian Americans preserve their language, honor the Italian flag, and maintain authentic pasta traditions connecting them to their homeland. Russian Americans speak Russian, respect the Russian flag, and cook borscht and pierogi from their ancestral recipes. But enslaved Africans had everything stripped away, their languages forbidden, tribal symbols destroyed, traditional foods banned. They arrived with nothing but chains and trauma. Yet from this complete cultural devastation, they didn't just survive, they revolutionized the world. They created jazz, blues, gospel, hip-hop, and R&B, music that now dominates global culture. They transformed scraps into soul food that defines American cuisine. While other groups preserved their heritage through unbroken tradition, African Americans demonstrated the greatest cultural resilience in human history, taking total destruction and creating entirely new traditions that enriched the entire planet.
The Black community has always been setting the trends, but people don't want to give them any of the credit. And you'll hear people say, but the gays, where do you think the gays got it from? Black women. I see a lot of non-Black lesbians try to emulate masculinity by acting like a Black guy. And on the flip side of things, you see a lot of non-Black gay men try to act like Black women. And the thing is, Black people have been saying this time and time again, but people don't want to listen to them. And shit, while we're on this topic, isn't that how K-pop started? Like Korea sent over a bunch of music executives to the United States just to study the 90s era of music and the popularity, which was heavily influenced by hip hop culture and R&B. And they took all of those successful elements and then implemented it in their music, and boom, K-pop came about. And that's why you see a Korean guy with dreadlocks and cornrows, and people are like, no, they're not copying. Come on. Just to wrap it up, it's gone so much deeper than just copying at this point.
A lot of people talk about how black people have an outsized impact on culture. I would argue that they are American culture, right? Every good part of American culture comes originally from black people. Our economic foundation, if you read The Half Has Never Been Told by Edward Baptiste, it talks about how in the 1800s and the 1900s, we really benefited from heavily subsidized, essentially free labor, right? Slavery's impact cannot be understated in our ability to grow this nation at such a rapid rate. We owe them everything, right? And from slavery, from that comes all of the modern music we love, right? The blues, jazz, all born out of a time when black people had no hope for the future, right? So they would sing, and all of that became the music that is loved internationally. If you go anywhere in the world, the American music that people are listening to all comes from black people, right? So when there's any controversy about this Juneteenth, I really want people to think long and hard about where this country would be without black people. Essentially nowhere, right? We definitely wouldn't be cool, right? You wouldn't be able to go to a cafe in Amsterdam or a nightclub in Bangkok and listen to things that are familiar to you. All of that is due to black people.
Just a friendly reminder that black people have helped every single oppressed group fight for their rights, just to have every single one of those groups turn their backs on us. Just a friendly reminder.
Fuck them again. Fuck them. Them and you is not friend. Fuck them. Them no need to be in your life. So why you making them cause you nothing but trouble and strife? Fuck them.
It was Martin, Malcolm, Huey, Alvin, Marcus, Richard, Jesse, Adam, Carlin, Gordon, James, Philip, Nat. Showed them not to play with us. Duke, Langston, Thurgood, Robert, Hank, Jesse, Jackie, Muhammad, Paul, Stokely, Mega, Webb. About 3 Benjamins, a good 2 Freds. Women like Harriet, Rosa, Ida, Shirley, Sojourner, Madam, Maya, Mary, Bessa, Ella, and Retta. Even baby Ruby was out here applying pressure. Gail, John, Booker, Sid, George, you nuts if you don't know who he is. Bayard, Charles, Roy, Carter, Cecil, just for drinking them white folks' water. All kings and queens, yes, for real. And to the ones that we lost, like Emmett Till, and all those is here, we gon' continue to hold it down. Say it loud, black, and I'm proud.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.